I'm calling for a $20,000 Bitcoin. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, I am going to be breaking down why I'm calling for a $20,000 Bitcoin. Ever since we broke below 30K a couple of weeks ago, I've called a Bitcoin bear market, and I've been calling a $20,000 Bitcoin. I'm going to, in this video, be explaining exactly why, from a technical and a fundamental perspective, why I believe $20,000 on Bitcoin is not only likely, it is probable in the next 3 to 6 months, maybe even sooner. If you want to know why I have a $20,000 Bitcoin price prediction, I'll be breaking down exactly why in this episode. So if you enjoy, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. It all started on the 11th of May, 2022, when Bitcoin broke below $30,000 for the first time since July of last year. Bitcoin doing that set into motion a lower low than we had seen back in July of 2021, indicating that we had entered a bear market by forming and establishing lower lows. Since we had broken through $30,000, the confidence in Bitcoin's ability to maintain 30K had more or less been shattered, and we dropped down to $26,000 within just a matter of hours of breaking 30. At the time of recording this video, Bitcoin is trading sideways in what I would call a bear pennant just above $30,000 with a price target, if we just extrapolate based on the flag here that points us all the way down to our price zone between $20,000 and $22,000 at $20,800. But where else am I getting $20,000 to $22,000 from? Well, quite simply, there are a few different places. First and foremost, $20,000 was the previous all-time high that Bitcoin set on December 17th, 2017, a month to the day after this channel was founded. $22,000 I'm getting from the 200 weekly simple moving average, which has served as the absolute bottom for 3 major corrections, 2 of them being bear markets, the only 2 other bear markets in the history of Bitcoin. In 2015, Bitcoin pulled back to this level, bounced off of it, and then went into a bull market. In 2018 and 2019, Bitcoin pulled back to this level around $3,000, bounced off of it, went into a major rally. Then we had a major correction following the beginning of the pandemic in March 2020 that dropped us down to this level as well. Currently, this level is sitting just at $22,000. In fact, as of this week, it's sitting at exactly $22,000. So that's the zone I've been looking at for the last couple of weeks for Bitcoin. Since it doesn't seem that we're going to be able to hold $30,000 very confidently, we're looking at a bear flag price target of $21,000 since the previous all-time high is $20K, and a multitude of other factors, such as the fact that on the weekly chart, if we pulled back down to that level, we would see a 30 show on the RSI for the weekly, which only has ever happened twice before, and it happened at the very bottom of a bear market in 2015 and 2018, as you can see here and here. I am expecting that we are going to see Bitcoin drop to between $20,000 and $22,000, and in doing so, it will bring the rest of the cryptocurrency market down roughly 25% as well. I'm thinking we could see a $1,500 Ethereum as a result of this, maybe a 30 to 40 cent Cardano as a result of this, Chainlink dropping down to $5, we could see DOT dropping down to $6. All of these different price predictions that we've been showing you guys ever since May the 11th when we dropped below 30K for the first time, all have to do with this $20,000 price prediction on Bitcoin, because the vast majority of cryptos, I believe, are going to follow suit. So that is my technical reason for why I believe that we're going to see a $20,000 Bitcoin. But what's my fundamental reason? Well, there are 2 big parts of it. Number 1 has to do with interest. Number 2 has to do with the Federal Reserve. Talking about interest, this is a good example of what we're discussing here. The Panamanian president will refuse to sign a crypto law in its current form. Cortizo said law must comply with anti-money laundering rules, and he also said he could sanction some parts of the legislation. As you guys know, Panama had been discussing bringing on board Bitcoin as legal tender. That looks like it is on pause, as is the rest of retail interest in the space. When retail interest dries up, the institutions take charge. The institutions want the market to drop massively so that they can buy in low. And so we're probably going to see the market drop quite a bit because the institutions want to buy Bitcoin at $20,000 to $22,000. So the interest is part of it. But it also has to do with the Federal Reserve. As you guys know, the Federal Reserve has been raising interest rates as of recently. In just the last few months, the Federal Reserve has raised interest rates twice, once by 25 basis points just a couple of months ago, and then just about a month ago, they raised it by 50 basis points, i.e. 0.25% and then 0.5%. Well, over here on investing.com, you can see our Fed rate monitor calculator is based on CME Group's 30-day federal fund futures price. And as you can see, there is a 75% likelihood that we're going to see Federal Reserve interest rates, federal funds rate, sitting at 1.5 to 1.75% relatively soon. They're meeting on June 15th. Right now, we're sitting at 0.88. Could we see 0.75% increase in the federal funds rate, meaning that the entire economy would slow a little bit, potentially leading us into a recession and driving people away from what they perceive as risky asset investments such as Bitcoin. It's very possible. In fact, it's not just very possible, it's very probable. When rate hikes come into play, it slows down the ability for people to borrow money for things like homes, credit cards, student loans, and vehicles. So if the Federal Reserve does raise interest rates again, it could be a good thing for inflation, especially since Jerome Powell has come out and the Federal Reserve has come out and said they have no plans of slowing down interest rate hikes until inflation is under control. They could go to 8 or 10% very easily over the next 2 years. If that occurs, it could drive interest away from crypto because people are scared and unable to pay their own bills. So what we could see happen is people stop investing in Bitcoin and we go into a winter. All of those are reasons why I think we're going to see a $20,000 to a $22,000 Bitcoin, but I'd love to hear all of your reasoning and thoughts down below. If you disagree with me, I'd love to hear why as well. I think this year is going to be a phenomenal opportunity for accumulating Bitcoin on the cheap below $30,000. So if I were you, I would go back and watch today's episode of Coffee and Crypto, where we discuss how to dollar cost average into cryptocurrency and how to maintain a cash portfolio so that you can buy major dips, such as what might be a wick down to $20,000 or $21,000 here in the next couple of months. If you enjoyed and learned something from today's video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and by the way, shout out to our friend Tom Crown. He got his channel taken down by YouTube. Looks like it was an error that happened to us last October for harmful or dangerous content. We had no harmful or dangerous content on our channel. We were reinstated within about 4 hours. At the time of recording this, his channel's been down for about 9 hours. So make sure to go over to Tom Crown Crypto, at Tom Crown Crypto. Go retweet his tweet and try and get at YouTube's attention, because us crypto YouTubers have got to stay in this together, because YouTube sometimes does remove channels, and if we don't stand up, for each other, then we could all get taken down one day. So make sure to go and help him get his channel back. Shout out to you, Tom, and go subscribe to his channel when it is back. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Look at this guy.
He watched the entire video.
What a cool guy.
I think the next thing that he wants to do is hit the like button and then probably even subscribe to the channel.
And perhaps even comment down below what he thought.
That would be pretty cool.
Wow, what a cool guy.